So today I went to school in the morning and I took a class from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. The class was main chemistry. My friends Unji and Kyombe were not attending the class because they were traveling. In Europe. They didn't attend the class. So I took the class alone, and until this morning my friend Takumi was staying in my house, so last night I slept with him, and I got up at 7:30 or so, and I took shower and ate breakfast. But Takumi, he didn't wake up at the same time as me. He didn't wake up at the same time as me. He didn't wake up at the same time as me. He didn't wake up at the same time as me. He woke up at around 9:20 or 9:20 when I left the home. When I left my house, I wake up. When I left the house, I wake him up and he get up. When I left the house, I wake him up and he got up. So I left him in my house, and I left him in my house, and I went to campus to take class. After class, I met one friend. I met one Japanese friend and one Portugal friend. Portugal friend is Portugal friend is the name of Portugal friend is Pedro. I met him in the event for exchange student, and I met him on October side, and the day was the last day of Oktoberfest, so we went Oktoberfest together with other people, and we enjoyed a lot, and we had a lot of fun at that place, and we became good friends. So after that, I've already been to his house twice, and I ate lunch together once, and today is first time to see him. 5 times to see him. Oh, it's only 5 times to see him. I thought we've met more than 5 times, but actually today it was my 5 time to see him. Wow, surprising. I was so surprised. We've met only 5 times so far. So anyway, we ate lunch together, and we enjoyed talking for about 1.5 hours. Yeah, the topic was like culture exchange or something like that. So for example, foods, the language, and Christmas events, and so on. We talked about these kind of topics like exchanging cultures or so, and we finished. We had to leave the place because we didn't we had to put away our dishes because the workers have to clean up our dishes. Workers needed to clean up our dishes. Workers needed to clean up our dishes. So yeah, at the time we left the place and we left the cafeteria and we moved to other place to find a place to see movie. We moved to other place to find a place to watch movie. We planned to watch movie in. We didn't have a plan. We didn't decide where to watch the movie. We only decided to watch the movie in English with subtitles. So we had to look for the place to watch the movie. Pedro is usually studying in main campus. Pedro is usually taking class in main campus, so he knew better than me and Masaya about main campus. So he leads us, and he showed me he found a good place for me. So we finally found a good place and we sat down on that seat and put Pedro's laptop in front of us on the table, and we watched Howl's Moving Castle in English with English subtitle. The English was not super difficult, but still it's so difficult for me. I managed to read some subtitles and tried to understand the contents, the story of the movie, but it was so hard for me. So sometimes Pedro stopped the movie and he confirmed me whether I understand the story or not. And then if I didn't understand the story, he explained, like for example, she's a person she's a person who are doing something, and this is the thing which is used for something, and he is another person responsible for something, or like that. He explained a lot to me, so I understand the core, the main. I understand around 70% or so. So it was good experience. But yeah. By the way, today I couldn't study well and I didn't study English very well. So the reason is I haven't studied for 3 days, almost 3 days, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm if I hadn't studied for a long time, then it will be more difficult to start studying for me. I don't know the reason, but if I hadn't studied for a long time, it would be more difficult for me to start studying. And I think if I could start studying, I think I can focus on studying very well. But I can't. It's the most difficult thing to start studying. So my here my tips is when you don't feel like studying after not studying for a long time, you should just open a notebook or open a textbook. You shouldn't try to study. Instead, you only try to open the notebook and just hold a pencil. Then you might feel like studying English. You might feel like studying. Okay, anyway, I've already talked for 10 minutes, so bye bye.